Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am Aaliyah Tate, your purpose midwife. I tell y'all, I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about my big sister coming back on and sharing with us the topic tonight of exemplifying love. So again, welcome. I want y'all to do me a favor and hit that share button. As you hit that share button, I'm going to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to hop right on into this awesome, awesome interview this evening. I want to thank Sensational Galore. I had a freeze. Sensationalgalore.com. That's sensational-galore.com for the beautiful, beautiful body scrubs, body 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 scrubs, body butters, and y'all, this lip gloss, y'all see it's almost gone. This lip gloss is the bomb.com. You know how your lips can dry out throughout the day or after you brush your teeth, your lips just feel dry. This lip gloss is like life. So I don't remember the name of it, y'all. You have to go to sensation dash sensation dash galore, sensational galore dash galore.com, and you'll love it. Also, body scrubs, they have the body scrubs and body butters for men and women. They have lashes, beard oil for the men. There are products for both men and women. Great evening, Pastor T. Great evening, everybody. Do me a favor, hit that share button and wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you to mombizboss.org. Mombizboss.org. If you are a mom, multiple operational manager, you want to connect with with women to uh, collaborate or just being able to network because you don't know who needs what you have and you don't know who has what you need. So mombizboss.org. If you don't have any of my books, you can go out to onfireinspire.org. Y'all, if you are on your health and wellness journey or trying to get off the sidelines and get back on, go over to Facebook land and go to Dance with Mina, MENA, Dance with Mina, and go hop on in. Y'all, want to tell you we have Zumba line dance. This week you have 4 more opportunities to hop on in and join in. That is Come Dance with Mina over in Facebook land, and then Mina is MENA. And finally, last but not least, go to check out iworkfaith.com and check out my big brother and pastor's book, iworkfaith.com. He has Leadership Inside Trajectory, and it's an awesome, awesome book to add to your leadership tools if you are a leader in any capacity. And then also, he is a John Maxwell certified trainer and speaker. So if you need him to come speak to your group, come speak to your church, whatever you need, he has it for you. So you can check him out at iworkfaith.com. I think that's everybody for tonight. Well, thank you again to all our sponsors. Again, y'all hit that share button so we can hop in with my big sister here. We're going to welcome her back, Cornelia Brown, to On Fire to Inspire. How are you this great evening?
I am blessed and highly favored and so thankful to see your gorgeous, beautiful, amazing energy and face.
Blessings to you. For those who are new to you, I want you to introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, I'm a child of God. I am a Bavarian, Germany born woman, married to an African American retired soldier. My life's work is to advocate for the multicultural racial families of the world and to bring people together in diversity, to bring people that would never talk and speak to one another because of life and where they are in their life, and have them have communication. I'm an author. I love writing children's books. Absolutely adore it, just like you, because the children are our future. And yeah, I'm just basically me every day, the way that God has created me.
Amen. Now, Cornelia, the topic tonight is exemplifying love. What does the topic exemplifying love mean to you?
All I can say is, oh my gosh, my my father passed away 12 days ago after a long, long illness, a long battle with prostate cancer. And the last days, first of all, I promised him that his home going to be with the Lord is going to be right here with us, with the family. He's not going to be somewhere he didn't really speak English, anywhere where he cannot understand the people that's caring for him. He's not going to be alone. During that heart-wrenching journey, caretaking is not easy. So to all of you caretakers out there, I have a better understanding than ever before what caretaking is all about. It is self-sacrifice all the way. And you really need to know your Lord Jesus Christ to make it through some really tough times. But during that time, I had people reach out. Now that exemplifies that love. And, people that know me know that when I withdraw and don't communicate anymore, that's when they know, something is going on, because I love to babble all day long from morning to evening. I can talk for hours and hours and hours and then still have hours of stories to tell. But I became quiet, and people began reaching out to me that really knew me. And suddenly I had knocks on my door, on my father's door. He lived in an in-law suite that's connected to my house. And one by one, inner circle people began to appear. And they knew what to say. They knew what not to say. Some were coming bearing gifts, food. Let me tell you something. And my husband, I know, doesn't think it's funny, but he has forgiven me because he knew I was completely overwhelmed. But in my caretaking, in the last days of my father's journey, I completely forgot to feed him. I mean, I would cook every single night for my husband, but I was so nervous about leaving my father's side that this would be exactly the moment that he would go on. My inner circle sisters were coming with food, and because of them, I'm sure I'm still married now. No, he wouldn't. But they were coming with food. They were coming with love. They were coming with hugs. They were coming with prayers. They were coming with instruction to, you need to take a moment for yourself. We will call you if it looks like he is leaving. So they would sit with him. They would sing to him. They would pray with him. They would do so much. I am so grateful. I'm going to shout out some names. Miss Katie Lynn, and her business is called Angel Wings, and she is the biggest giver and caretaker I ever known in my whole entire life, sitting with him, playing the guitar, soothing, just bringing some moments of joy. Let me know when I have to stop talking, because it's spilling out. It's coming out. I'm so thankful and so grateful. And if I start crying, don't worry about it. This is why I have the hat on, so you can see the bags under my eyes. But look, that love was regenerating me, rejuvenating me, giving me strength from moment to moment. I had a sister, Melanie. She was sitting with him while my grandbaby had an awards function, and I was able to go, and she let me see him. We had him on the phone, so the whole time I was able to speak to him. Let me tell you, love exemplified means not just saying I love you, but showing up and going into action. My pastor, Pastor Eva, here with Love in Action, what an amazing name for a ministry, came on the day before he passed. She stayed the entire time for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I'm telling you, people have done so much. That's what love, when it matters, when it really, really matters. And it made the moment of transition bearable.
That's a blessing. That's a true blessing.
Hmm. It is.
So Cornelia, you have a huge event coming up. Tell us a little bit about it.
First of all, thank you so much for giving us a platform, giving me a platform to share with people. Every single year for the past 15 years, my group has shared about a historical moment that has taken place on June 12, 1967, when a Rappahannock indigenous and African American woman wrote a letter to the Kennedys and asked them for help because her and her husband, who happens to have been a white gentleman, were arrested for having fallen in love and gotten married. And the story is just absolutely incredible of the things they had to go through. And they had to leave their beloved home, Virginia. They loved Virginia so much. And they had to leave. They were ousted. And when they came back, they thought that they were able to come back after a while, after years. And when they came back at 2 o'clock in the morning one night, there was a knock, and the police came in, the sheriff came in, and pulled them both out of their marital bed and threw them into jail. And again, for the crime of race mixing, for the crime of loving each other across the color lines, for the crime of having children that they were saying would never make it to anything. Well, when I first came over from Europe, I had no idea about any such thing. I did not know that 12 years later, when my husband and I got married in Tuskegee, Alabama, that the law that was written way, way, way back then, that black and white is not allowed to marry, was actually still on the books because of the Supreme Court decision back then. That law was unenforceable. Thank God, I would not make it a half an hour in jail. Do you know that? Thank God. But here, I didn't know that. When I began to understand the things that people have to go through and have to go through for a right, to have that right to simply love who you love, no matter what, and I honestly, I don't believe in different races. I believe in the human race, and we all different shades and flavors and have
Amen.
different backgrounds. You
Hmm.
know, even though I'm wondering about my husband. Sometimes I think he's an alien, but never mind the skin color. But I'm like, where do you come from? But anyway, 40, after this year, we're going to be married 45 years. Our
Oh, wow.
children, what people call mixed children, I reject that because it makes children feel that they only partial of something. I always told my girl, you are a brand new creation. You are whole. You have nothing lacking, nothing missing, and you are going to make it. So one of them is a doctor. The other one is in luxury real estate, and they're doing very, very well. They know who they are, they know whose they are, and they are teaching their children well. That is what that event is all about. But not only that, Miss Aaliyah, to tell people, allow yourself to have friendships with people that look different, that speak different, that come from different places. Ask each other questions, communicate, and you will find out core things that we all have in common. And then you can celebrate the things we are so different. You and I are so different. When we met behind the stage, and thank God you were there holding my hand, or else I would have just dropped and fainted from fear on that stage. But we didn't know each other, but we began to communicate. You remained you, and I remained me. And we begin to learn about one another. The world is so interesting. Loving Day is about that. It's about diversity in the workplace, not just going to work, sitting in your separate places, doing your work, not talking to one another, just staying completely, just separate, during lunch break, everybody sits on one table, the other one sits on the other table. Look at it. People self-segregate. Have you ever noticed that? People look at events. People will self-segregate because it just has been such a drama in humanity to keep people apart. Because, and I truly believe it's the enemy's tools. We are believers here. I believe the enemy knows that. And the further the enemy can keep us apart, and the less we talk and interact with one another, the more he can wreak havoc. So, Loving Day is about bringing communities together, sharing that historical fact, because so many people have never heard it. To this day, Miss Aaliyah, the Southern school system is not teaching it, and the reason is, so we are cradled. This important historical date is in the month of, Juneteenth is coming up right after Loving Day, right? And also you have Pride Month, and you have so many different things that are out there. But Loving Day is very, very quiet, very quiet. It's not really, the awareness about it is not really there until we begin speaking about it. So we're telling people, celebrate our love. It's okay. And it's not for everyone. But you know what? A lot of times I tell people, what if your spouse that God sent you, actually didn't look like you, didn't speak like you? The heart would have been equally yoked, because that's what matters, right? But because of that fear, people don't communicate and never even have a chance to meet. And if people don't believe me, read the story in the Bible about Ruth, and that's what I am. I'm a Ruth. I am a Ruth. If you, the how maybe a month ago, I was teaching at our church about Ruth, the foreigner. It is so interesting. Ruth was not, did not come from the place, that she ended up in. And when she met her loved one that she was introduced to knew nothing about the place, because that was the enemy's camp. But what if that union would have never happened? And she ended up being mentioned. She's mentioned, in the lineage of Jesus. So that is what Loving Day is all about. We just want people to start talking, dance with one another, eat with one another, communicate with one another, and love each other the agape way beyond what they see, but begin to feel and act on that.
I love it. I love it. Now, what date are you celebrating this?
This is on June 14th. And we have in the afternoon from 3 to 5 is the children's hours. Because I'm a great believer, change begins with our children. Change begins with our children, what we say to them, what we teach to them, how, and the thing is how we act in public when everybody's listening and we say all the right things. But what we say at home, behind the closed doors, when we watch news or whatever, and then we express ourselves, and our kids are taking notes. And then when they go to school, and then when they encounter the different, then they regurgitate what. So we begin with the children, 3 to 5. Then from 5 to 6 is meet and greet. And we're going to do some line dancing, just like you got. I love line dancing. You know what I did? They said, you squeeze that in because you just want to line dance. And I was like, it's my party and I do the way that I want to. So we're going to do some line dancing. And
Okay.
then at 6 o'clock, we begin. And we have speakers and entertainers. And you know what? We have our incredible playwright of It's All About Me is going to be there. And she is going to share. And I feel so honored. She is coming. And I don't know if you're going to tell a little bit about her. But she is, she is always part of connecting to something that matters. And that's what I love. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic. And
I'm
it's free.
loving. Oh, and see, it fits in anybody's budget. Y'all heard her. She said the price is free. So free is free. Um, and that's next Saturday. And I love the fact that you have the children's hours, then you have meet and greet. And Teresa says she love you. Um, and then you have the meet and greet and line dancing. And then you have the event beginning at 6 with your great speakers and so on and so forth. I love that because it's a total family submersion, is what I
Yeah.
see. Is
Oh,
the
I
way
love
you
that,
explain it.
Tomini. A total family immersion. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, I love it. Absolutely. All right. So, where is it located?
Okay, so this is one of God's miracles. Can I tell you, first of all, the new church I'm going to is called Love in Action, right? And they are undergirding this event, okay, Loving Day. And it's in the city of Lovejoy. So how much more poetic can it get? You have Loving Day undergirded by Love in Action in the city of Lovejoy, Georgia. And guys, I hope you come out. See, if we're not going to have people there, then it's going to be like, yeah, nobody's interested. Okay. And so that is that is why. So whoever is listening, send people there. Please tell them, come and support. And if I may say so, the segment that my father would have done, he loved sharing on Father's Day, I mean on Loving Day. He loved sharing his Bavarian outfits. He would come in full gear with the lederhosen and all of that Bavarian looking stuff. And he would share, and then he would sing and yodel. And people, in Lovejoy, Georgia, never heard a yodel or any such thing. So during that segment, we're going to do his tribute, his celebration of life. And it's going to be amazing.
Love, 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 love it. So, um, you have vendors coming out as well.
We do. We have vendors coming out. And so, guys, it is coming down to the nitty gritty. So we're going to have to shut it off soon. That's what they tell me because, I'm freestyle. I let anybody in, squeeze in however we can do it. So, the vendor tables are $75. But look, if you don't have it, talk to me. We can share it. We can give you a quarter space. We want you in. We want you to share your wares. And anybody that knows about me, I run multiple businesses. I love entrepreneurship. You will get a chance to explain your business on stage to the people. And I am going to tell them to shop with you. This is why I'm not charging to come in, because I want them to spend the money with you. And we are using that to give some blessings to the singers and the performers, so whatever comes in.
That's a blessing.
I'm not, this is not a money making thing for me. This is my mission from heaven. So this has never been anything that I made money on any of that.
What's that date again? Somebody
This
said
is Friday, June 14th
Friday
in
the 14th.
Lovejoy, Georgia. I know people work, but look, you can come. The church Love in Action is doing a fish fry, and I heard it is one of the best fish fries in the South. And so you want to get, some of that good food. So when you come from work, you can sit, you can relax, or you can dance, or whatever you want to do. And then let's get this information.
Okay, okay. So that is on that Friday. Okay. I was like, I couldn't remember. I typed it in wrong. So Teresa, yes, that is confirmed. That is the 14th. That's correct. Um, what would what age group would you say is for the little kids for the children's hours? What age group would you say?
The children hours is from baby, bring them as small as they are. And I would say, 14ish, 13, 14ish. And here's the amazing part. I have a bicycle company that has volunteered to give away bicycle helmets, and not just one or two, multiple. And at the end of the event, we're going to give away 3 bicycles. They have donated bicycles, and we are actually going to have an incredible speaker that is paralyzed. She is in a wheelchair, and she's going to share with the children. She didn't wear a helmet when she was riding her bicycle, and she is sharing what the consequence can be. And so it is going to be some good stuff. It's not just going to be about race relations, but it's going to be overall awareness of being a safer human being overall.
I love it. I look, I had I'll be traveling that day. I want to be able to attend. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. So y'all take plenty of pictures and all of that good stuff. Um, so what would you say to the person who's on the fence about coming and they want to come, but they have so much to do? And what would you say to this person that made them say, look, yes, you have this to do, but you can swing on through? And what would you say to that person?
Well, first of all, it is not a ticketed event. And it's not going to be that everybody's going to watch you how long you're sitting there and listening. But one of the things is the Bible says there's safety in the multitude of counsel. And it is important to sometimes listen to something that's different and to get broaden one's horizon from the same old, same old, same old, and learn about something different that you can bring back to your own community. And so this can be a valuable, valuable moment to hear some things that you've never heard before. You are going to hear Miss Teresa speaking about the importance of signing up to be an organ donor. And let me tell you something. It is amazing, Miss Teresa, if you're listening to me right now, this moment in my family, there's a need exactly for that right now. And so so she gets to share her mission from her heart. And the African American community, the brown communities, the blended and mixed communities, they don't have enough people signing up for those organ donations. So it ties right into that. So the person that's saying, I don't know, we are going to give you life-saving information. And then we give you life-changing information. So now there's a lot of people. Let's be real. Can I be real? I promise you, I'm gonna be good. But can I be real? There's a lot of families that have that one person that somebody married that's different. Meet me. I was the one person that the soldier brought back from a different country, and a lot of people didn't know what to do with me. And it was a lot of hurt that came with that on both sides until we began to communicate and learn about one another. And let me tell you, there are families when you look around where people have been separated out because of their difference. And that's what, I'm not so sure if God smiles on that. So let's learn how we can engage with the different. And now when you have somebody that's bringing back a wife from Korea or a wife, especially military, we have military families. So that happens in the military all the time. But then when they come to civilian life, that they are being not just tolerated, but accepted. That's a difference. Big.
Yes. There is a big difference for that. Hold on, let me type that on.
I can
Yes.
barely see. I need to fix my hat.
You know what? That's a huge statement. That's a strong statement too, because when you can feel when you're just being tolerated, and you can also feel when you've been accepted by your community. So yeah, because I can only imagine being in Mississippi back when y'all got married, and you're, German, and all they saw was the color of your skin. They didn't see German. They didn't see anything but the color of your skin versus the color of your husband's skin. So that's
It,
powerful. That statement.
it, and one of the things is that I I did not grow up knowing anything about civil rights. Nothing. I knew nothing about it. I just fell in love and came over here. Okay. And so I did not know that it actually was dangerous for my husband to drive around with me. And because of what has happened in the past, that I was considered, and I always tell people, I don't like just being called by a color. I don't. I'm so much more than just a color. And I happen to sit in the sun all the time. So this is white. I got a little bit of a tan, but anyway, and I'm so much more than just this. You are so much more than this. Even though it's beautiful, we celebrate what we are. We not, and this is why somebody got very angry when I was talking about our love is colorblind, and said, well, but you need to see and celebrate his color. And I was like, but that's not what we're talking about. It is looking beyond our exterior. And that's what happened to us. I did not go out and say, today I want to go meet an African American soldier. And he was the least in Tuskegee, Alabama, to come back with what people call a white woman. And so we found ourselves in a very different space. And but as I began to learn, I love history, all these things that have happened. And the brown communities of the world know what it means to just be tolerated and not accepted. I'm aware of that, and I cannot tell you a story. I can never even imagine that. I only can tell what it feels like to live in a what people call mixed marriage. That's what I can talk about. That is my life. And I want to invite people in and ask me questions and allow me to just give you the point blank answers. And then let's find a solution for those children that go to school and people make them pick one or the other instead of allowing them to celebrate everything that they are because of the hurts and pains of the past, and that's important. And that's what the Lovings did, that it's so interesting that their last name was Mr. and Mrs. Loving. That is just so, God did that. I'm telling you, God did that. And people should take a closer look.
Exactly.
By
I
the way,
agree.
there's a movie. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, watch the movie, The Lovings. It's an awesome, awesome movie to watch.
So I want you to tell them again the name of the event, where they can go, the hours. We're kind of like doing a recap for the people who joined late.
Okay. On June 14th, which is a Friday, we will have a Loving Day Fest in the city of Love, Joy, with undergirded by the church called Love in Action with Pastor Eva Hill. And we are going to celebrate diversity and unity in diversity. We are going to talk about some things that's not so much talked about, how our families living and what they're going through as they are crossing what people call the color lines. From 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we have children's hours because the future is our children. We're going to have arts and craft. We are going to talk about even bicycle safety. We're going to give away helmets and bicycles. So get people to come there. You got to be there now. You cannot just want it and you're not showing up. Then from 5 to 6 is meet and greet and line dancing. Why line dancing? Because I love line dancing. So I tried to throw in karaoke, but they wouldn't let me. So anyway, then at 6 o'clock we will start. It's going to start with the ROTC, the junior ROTC. We are going to lift up the military families of the world because they are doing so much for us. Never to forget, and it happens to be Flag Day. People are going to walk in with their international flags, okay, and share their flags. You see how God did that? Is this not amazing? And then we are just going to have amazing speakers. I'm telling you, every one of those speakers should get some sort of award. And then we are going to have singers and unique performers. Because I love, we're not going to just do same old, same old. It's going to be unique. It's going to be wonderful. And I would love to meet all of you there, give you the biggest hug ever. And at the end, real quick, the one that brings the most guests,
Mhm.
okay, the one that brings the most guests will win $100 plus gift basket, and it's not just gonna have different things in there. It's gonna have food gift cards. It's gonna have all kind of awesome things to take your honey on an amazing date.
Oh my goodness. So so many, look, so many great things for that event. So I want you to tell everybody how to follow you because you're always doing some amazing things. How would they keep in touch with you or follow you?
One of the things, if you like to engage with me about some different things, or have me speak at an event, or have me do a book signing, I haven't been on a book signing for a while because I had a different mission this year that I had to take care of. Go to cornelia.brown@yahoo.com and send me an email or text me at 404-786-0873. Best thing is texting because I talk to so many people at the same time sometimes. And you can find me on Facebook. Just Facebook, and they tell me I'm on Instagram somewhere. It's linked. I don't know how I did this. I'm so proud of myself, but I can't even tell that. So come in on Facebook, and if that is the best place to find me, and that's where I'm sharing my stories. That's where I'm sharing the things that I do, and again, I would love to interact with all of you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much again for joining us this evening and telling us about this awesome event. Sounds like it's going to be so much fun. So please make sure y'all take plenty of pictures because I definitely want to see every part of it. I'm not going to be able to attend this year, but I want to be able to see it. Okay. So we want to thank you again, and I look forward to connecting soon. Don't forget, if you don't already have it on your calendar, October the 26th is going to be our next event for our empowerment event here in South Carolina.
Yay!
Hey. So, well, Cornelia, again, thank you. Y'all, we want to thank y'all. Make sure y'all tell someone, go out and support the Loving Day event. They're going to be having some great giveaways, some great information. And I love what you said a moment ago. You said that you're going to be um, giving information that's life-giving. How did you say that? You are receiving life-saving and life-changing information. That's how you said it. And so I love, love, love that. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, and I wish you the best, and everyone get her books. They are absolutely incredible.
Thank you. Oops. Ah, it went off too fast. Thank you again. All right, y'all. So we will be back 2 weeks from today. Next week, we will not be live next week. However, we will be back on the 14th, on the 18th. Yeah, that's the 18th. 2 weeks from today is the 18th. So next week we won't be live, but we will be back live on the 18th with another special guest. And I'm gonna keep it a secret for a little while longer on that one. But y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Remember, don't forget June 14th. Go and support that Loving Day event in Lovejoy at Love in Action. Y'all, nobody can do it like that, but God, nobody can plan it like that. Y'all go support my sister. Thank y'all so much for listening, and y'all have a blessed and awesome, amazing, fabulous week. Blessings to you.